Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Academy 55 training session on Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025. It's now 5 to 7 in the evening here in the UK. David Kahn here with you, looking at the EUR USD and also the US 100, also known as the NAS100, on the 1 minute time frame. Following the fame and fortunes of the Academy 55 indicators and strategy. Well, what we'll do first off, though, is we will look and see if we can give a good case of what we think is happening in the longer term on well, first of all, we'll have a look at the US 100. Now, we'll take the indicators off and we'll go on the 5 minute time frame. Now, on the 5 minute time frame, we can see we're still going up ever since 20 past 4 this afternoon, and so we're not on an upward sort of movement with the NAS100. The big thing about this, though, is the fact that this is the highest it's been for a long time, and we haven't got any data really to tell us how high it's going to go before it turns around. I mean, this is the highest it's been on the daily time frame now. Get rid of that old information. Also that one. This is the highest it's been, and we're sort of like a triple top at the moment. But this is the highest it's been. So really, taking a buy would be taking a blind, because you just don't know how high it's going to go. There's no data. We're on the weekly time frame now. Look, there's nothing there. So there's nothing to tell you how far it's likely to go down. We've got some imbalance here that needs to be sorted out, but that's so far away from where we are at the moment. The only likelihood is to take sells on the NAS100, but I'm on the 4 hourly time frame now, and I think we're concentrating on at least staying along here and maybe even going higher. But for that, we have no data, so we can't really take any buys at all. But we'll put it on the line chart and see if we get any significant feedback from the line chart. Well, the only really significant line would be maybe that one there, where we have 2 points of resistance. Putting it on the hourly, and there we go. There's that point there, and we may have a point. We got a point here as well, where price make. Oh, sorry, got the wrong line on. Get the right line. Got a point there. Look, point there, sort of, and a point there. So this is a line that we can think price may come back to, or bounce or break. Significant area. Going to go on the candles now. Go down to the 5 minute, and we have, see how it's bouncing along this trend line I drew on the higher time frame. It may indeed come down and bounce again and go back up again, but we have no sell zones to go by, which is what we really need. So really, for this moment in time, Fortunately, it's best to leave this alone because we haven't got any confirmations. See, it's going higher. This is the highest it's been now. It's still going higher and higher and higher. We have got no way of knowing when it's going to turn down. Is it going to come down here and bounce off that and back up again? Because it is slowly having a march forward. But in any case, we've marked it all up now. So we'll put the indicators on, and we will look at the EUR USD. Now the EUR USD, again, we'll mark this up. Going on the daily time frame. You can see the EUR USD. The euro has been the highest it's been for a long time, up to this level here. That was on Wednesday the 17th. Let's put it on the weekly. See, that's the highest it's been for, well, since going over here, equal highs back in 4 years ago. Wow. It's as high as it's ever been since 4 years ago. So we'll put it back on the daily. What we can see now is consolidation around this area. Let's go to the 4 hourly. Let's see if we've got any significant areas to look at. Put it on the line chart. I can see just down here is a significant area because it's been support there and yet resistance there. This is at 1.17136. And this area here, and this area here where we are right now, is a significant area. And incidentally, the trend line is bounced off the trend line that I drew up quite a while ago. So let's put it down on the hourly. See that area there? That's still significant. Yeah, I think we'll leave that like that. Let's go and put it on the hourly time frame. Put it on the 5 minute. And again, we have no got a sell zone up there. We've got a buy zone down here. So let's mark this up. Gives us an idea what we're dealing with. Really got no real FEGs, fair value gaps to deal with on the 5 minute even. So is price coming down to here? I hope so. Gives us confirmation. But then again, we could extend that trend line across. Price could be coming down here to this area here. Could be. This is on the 1 minute time frame. Putting our indicators back on. Let's see if this the latest sell worked. keeping a minimum 2.2 pips away, which is there. Now here is where the green wave changed to the red. So as you can see, you will at least have got your 2% win. Had you been around at 1840 or 20 to 7, more or less UK time? But it's we know the EUR USD is suffering from lowish liquidity for the month of September. But we really want these confirmations before we go ahead and take any trades. The US 100, I wouldn't be taking any buys because we got no data above here. None at all. This is the highest it's been. Psychological level being there, 24.80000. It's reached that now. Is it quite happy staying there at least for the rest of the day before coming back down? And if it comes back down, rebounding off that trend line, like it's done down here and here, could very well. So I certainly wouldn't be taking any sells unless we find ourselves with price below here. And consequently, with lack of liquidity with the EUR USD, we can't reactivate it off that sell. We can only take a buy. But as we've discovered, or have we? I don't know, put it on the 5-minute time frame on the EUR USD. Good, we've got a sell zone way up there. So I guess a buy for the EUR USD would be okay. But I wouldn't be taking a buy on the US 100 because that's the highest it's been. Like I said, we just haven't got any data. We don't know how high this is going to go. I mean, there's nothing to suggest how high it can go because we've got the psychological level there now. I guess the next psychological level would be at 25,000, which would be there. But I mean, I would doubt that will get there today, if indeed if that's what it's aiming for. We have got those zones to confirm. Look, we can only trade what the market is willing to give us, what we can see. And that's it, basically. I mean, anybody suffering from FOMO, fear of missing out, that's your problem. The market doesn't care about that. The good news is for all us people, we are not losing any money. I took a tentative trade this afternoon on the NAS100 at one of my favorite times, 230. It only lasts a couple of minutes, so I'll play this video for you and show you what happened. Afternoon, everybody. This is David Khan here on Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025. As you can see, it's just 2 minutes after 2:30 in the afternoon, I have just taken a buy on the US 100, also known as the NAS100, and I'm recording this, so I already know what I've done is I've taken it to 1%. Then I decided to get out. Why? Because there were several candles after it stayed along that 1% mark, and you'll see that I take the money at 1%. And also, the latest news says that the stocks are falling a little bit, so we were very lucky to get that high. So I thought I wouldn't chase my arm too much, and I'm quite happy with 1%. So that's what you'll see happen on this recording. So keep watching. Yeah, I put it on fast forward now, so you don't have to suffer that. So this is the candles on fast forward. What I do is I record it all, then I record it on fast forward afterwards, so you don't have to sit through the whole lot. And as you can see, the price is getting up now, but it's staying at this one level. And as you see, this is where I'm going to decide to take my 1%. You don't go broke by taking a profit, and that's exactly what I did. Close the trade, 1% intra profit. Thank you. Bye. There we go. So I decided to take it there because I recognized again that the US 100 was the highest it'd been for a while. It had been a bit higher, but I didn't want to push it. 1% was enough for me. Right, we got a buy on the EUR USD. Let's have a look at that. Got a buy alert on the EUSD. The trend line is still red, although that will go green at any time. I'm going to be waiting for I'm at 4.1 pips already, so I'm going to take a trade. Now, bearing in mind, me doing me, you doing you, if I lose, I basically break even for the day because I took 1% earlier on that trade I showed you. Me personally, I was anticipating that trend line turning red, and it's facing, if you can imagine the clock face, it's facing 3 o'clock. So you would be very hard pressed to say that wouldn't go green at any stage now. So I've got a 4.7 pips stop loss. And because of the low liquidity, also the 1% that you want in a trade has gone up a little bit because of low liquidity. We've been facing that all September, really. Usually we counteract that by putting 0.9 instead of 1. But I thought I'd go 1 because we're only like 10% off that. So I might decide to take this trade if it reaches the purple line, because the purple line is the EMA 462, which is a Fibonacci number that we know the price loves to either bounce or break. And because it's late on in the Euro USD day, there's going to be even less volume sticking around, I would imagine. And by then it would be another 1%. So I'd be happy with that, even though I really like it to go to there. I mean, we're getting up to nearly 1% now. Like I say, I do me, you do you. But really, all our stuff is based on the fact that we get 2%, our screenshots and stuff like that. But because of the time of the day, right there. I'm taking it. I've taken it already. We've reached the 462 line. I'm happy with the trade. We've reached that area there. Now, what did I say? I was 4.2%, was it? Let's concentrate on this. On the EUR, I was at long position, 4.3. Yeah, that was just in there. Taking up to 2%, which is there. But I took it because we reached the purple line and look, it's reacting. It's let's wind that. It might push through it, but in any case, I took the trade and I took the trade at 1.2%, which I'm very happy with because now it's patrolling this along this purple line. With all the with all the with all the action, I'm seeing very nervy action, indecisiveness, going sideways. I consider myself very lucky to have got what I did with all this being seen. So I'm very happy with what I got. I took the trade here. You don't go broke taking a profit. And I am very, very pleased with what I've got. I wouldn't consider anything less than 1%. I'd leave it go and just let it play out, accepting a 1% loss or a 2% gain usually. But with what's been happening, what I've seen been happening with the EUR USD over the last few days and weeks, all this nervy action here, it's just not trending. It's not good. So it's a question of take what you can out of the market. Sorry, text. So that's a TP for take profit. That's a 1.2%. Very happy with that. Raise that about there. Take a screenshot, copy the link, go to my journal, which every Academy 55 member can see. We're on a brand new month of, and here's the trade I took this afternoon. I got 1% out of that. So there's the 1%. Now I've got another trade for today. And now I was on the EUR USD between 7 and 8. Also on the first. And it was a buy. It also won. And I won 1.2%. Now I encourage everybody to keep journals. So I've got myself 2.2% today, the first day of the month, and I'm very happy with that. Now, also in here, you write in comments, like for example, the US 100 trade I took this afternoon. I could write was the high, highest for a while. And also volume was running out. Running low. So that's why I took the trade. And with this one, reached the EMA 462. And see, look, it's still playing around the 462 line. So I'm very happy with what I've done. Reached the EMA 462. You could also put in comments here how you felt about the trade at the time. And you can look back to these and with your screenshot, there we go. There's a screenshot of the trade I just took now. I'm very happy that I took the trade where I did. I might be proved wrong and the trade goes up to its 2%, but I'm happy with that because of what I've been seeing along here. Also, because of the time of the night, and it's gone above 1%. If it had been below 1%, and there wasn't a purple line there, for example, we was down here and it kept on, I would be still in the trade, waiting for it to maybe go to its 2% mark. But because I've seen the sign of the purple line, and because of the time of the night, and because of what I've seen here, uh, these actions here don't you fill you with much confidence. Um, it's a bit crazy, really. So I decided to quit while I'm ahead, take my 1.2%, and thank you very much. Don't get very taking a profit. And I'm happy with that. Not reaching FOMO at all. And very happy with what I've done. When you've been doing this for an amount of time, you will discover what sort of trader you are, whether you, and the goal is for you as traders is to treat a 1% loss just the same as you would treat a 2% gain. It's all part of the process. Realizing that it's the system that you're in. Red, red, red for a sell, green, green, green for a buy, that sort of stuff. Now, as you can see here, indeed, I might have indeed got my 2%, maybe, but liquidity is very low, still is, uh, for the month of September, and the beginning of, well, we're just at the beginning of October. Hopefully, it'll improve tomorrow and as the week goes on, but we don't know that yet. So I'm very happy to get what I did. I'm going to throw open the, there's only not very many people on at all, but I'm going to throw open the chat in case anybody wants to chat about what they've just seen here. So if anybody's got any comments, just please, because it all adds up to my weekly target. Sorry, my monthly target of 10%. I've already got 2.2%. I mean, I might well lose 1% tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm waiting for the best possibilities I can to actually trade with my Academy 55 indicators. So we're still not at that 2% mark. I'll delete that now because I've already done the screenshot. And also another reason of taking the trade here, not only did it reach the purple line, but it's forming imbalances. There's even imbalances a little bit down here on this candle here, this candle here. And by the very nervy action and the low liquidity, it's being a little bit opportunistic and taking what you can out of the market as long as it goes over 1%. And that's fine. I appreciate that you can't really teach that sort of stuff. That comes with experience. But what I can teach you is the fact of what you are actually seeing. And you're actually seeing sideways movement, very, very nervy action. We've proved that it's low liquidity. So with all those factors involved, you can understand why somebody would do what I did and take the money and run, live to fight another day. If it was under 1%, I wouldn't take it. If it was over 1%, yeah, but if it was under 1% and there was no purple line, the purple line was up here somewhere, I wouldn't have taken it down here. I'll definitely, when you get in a trade, definitely wait till it goes over 1% before, and really, if you still think it's going to reach your 2% target, you could put your stop loss to your entry. So you've got a risk-free trade for the rest of it. But the important thing is to recognize is the way price is behaving, the price action, and what we're seeing is not that great. So taking what you can out of the market is a good thing. And still, it's not quite reached the 2%. I mean, that is less than a 1 pip move. I mean, there's no volume, there's no liquidity. It's not good. So, and now we're reaching higher highs with the US 100. Higher, even higher highs. The psychological level was there, if you remember, at 224,800. It reached that, and now it's going past there. It's going higher and higher and higher all the time. But we're not to know that. We don't know. We don't know how high it's going to go. It's ridiculous. There's not enough data to sort of, you'd just be guessing. Well, yeah, you'd just be guessing. So there we go. I'm quite happy with please, everybody who's watching this on the everybody who's watching this live, if you understood what was going on, just put a Y in the chat. If you're happy with what's going on, put a Y in the chat, and then we can see see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Somebody has. Ideal. Thank you very much, Kevin. Right. So, with that being said, guys, I think we'll leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much. And I hope you've had a good day, and hope you have a good day for the rest of the day. And we'll see you all tomorrow morning on the EUR USD. So thanks very much for being here, and really appreciate it. And we'll speak soon. Bye for now.